Welcome to Derailed, where we, the Gents, gab and gawk about bullshit. I'm Simon.
I'm Cody.
I'm Dakota.
And I'm Simon.
Throughout this,
Yeah, what?
I can fix it again. I was calling the show again, and Dakota chastised me last time. So I didn't want to call the show again.
Please keep this.
So
You guys see how this is going.
See, I don't want to call it a podcast because that's just, we're going to use that word so many times.
Well, we're an audio medium.
I don't want to say audio.
what do you
Throughout
want?
this audio medium.
I'm sorry, what do you want?
I don't know what to call it. Series? Throughout this,
Series? I like
Series.
series. Yeah, that's more appropriate.
we'll get another quiet spot, and then I can pick up from there on, because I had a pause, I can cut and keep going. So it's not that big of a deal.
Why not
We don't have
just
to do
use
intro
it?
again.
God damn, that was good. Okay. You put that in the cut
It's real
audio
good because it
files,
establishes our dynamic real well. Like, we had one job and we fucked it real hard.
Throughout this episode, I'm going to be keeping track of all the topics we talk about, and at the end, we will recap everything we discussed. Let's get started. We're going to pull a conversation starter randomly. Pick a number between 1 and 3. Simon?
3.
Dakota?
2.
Well, he kind of
Well,
got the
what's your choices,
kind of
Cody?
got the short
Maybe I want
end
to
there.
pick 2 as well.
I'm sorry, you can't. He already
You
picked
can't
it.
do
Two's
it.
mine now.
Guess I'll have to take 1.
Okay. Dakota,
Yes.
pick a number between 1 and 6.
2.
Let's talk about Thanksgiving.
Oh, we're talking about Thanksgiving. All right.
And Dakota, since you picked the number, you at least have to start.
Thanksgiving. This year was my first Thanksgiving where no one else came to my house outside of my immediate family.
Okay, I was picturing you just sitting at your house alone.
Honestly, I would have
so
preferred
alone.
it if I just had a lonely Thanksgiving. I'm sure the listeners at home understand. No, it was just nobody outside of my immediate family. It was just kind of my brother and I, or my mom, my stepdad. It was nice. I didn't have to be like casual or civil with anybody. I could just kind of grab my food and fuck off if I wanted to.
You
And it
went
was,
to like your cove and you're like,
that's kind of what I did. I grabbed my
thanking
plate
myself.
and I was just like, sup, I'm grabbing food and I'm not interacting with any of you.
See you
If you
later.
need me, I'm gonna be upstairs doing whatever else that's not spending time with you guys. So,
ouch.
that sounds mean, but I think it's the best way this house works.
See, I had the flip side. For me, it was like the first time in a long while when I went to someone else's house to have Thanksgiving dinner. And then I had to be super just like nice with everyone and not try to make an ass out of myself.
Right.
Granted, I don't try to be an ass around my family anyway, but I can be a lot more just myself around family than total strangers. Having to be like, oh, yeah, it's been nice living here. It's just been cold, that weather. Woo, it's
Weather
been
today.
cold. Woo.
Yeah, like, did any of your conversations feel forced?
A little bit, but I mean,
I mean, that
we
happens
were-
with
we were
extended
all-
family
Yeah.
and friends.
You just
It's kind of small talk,
yeah.
really.
Yeah, you just don't know how to talk to them, and it's real weird because you're like, why are we even talking to begin with?
Why aren't we dancing?
aren't we dead?
Like, I've had that moments though with people like in my family where I'm like, why are we talking? We're forcing this. Why are we doing this to ourselves?
But then if you don't talk, you just kind of sit there across the table
And you
from
feel
them,
awkward.
just awkwardly in silence, trying to think of something to say so it's not so awkward.
That's the pure reason small talk exists, is so people don't feel awkward. It's the only reason it's there, so we don't just
Sometimes
awkwardly
it can be
looking at
worse.
each other.
Yeah, small talk just doesn't help because they're like, what are you doing with yourself? And you're like, good question.
That's a question I don't want to
That's a good question.
how's
Do
your...
you have the answer?
How's your
Because I
romantic?
don't.
Yeah, how's your romantic life been? Better question, because I don't have an answer for that one either.
Let me check the last 22 years. Still nothing.
I mean, if you look at my search history, you can know how it's going. So, but
Russian male brides. Is
Yes.
that what you've been Googling?
that's actually what I'm spending all my Christmas money on. It's just mail order brides.
Mommy, I want a mail order bride for Christmas.
Maybe she'll listen this year.
If she gets some on Black Friday, she can get 2 for the price of 1.
Oh no.
You mean that
Oh,
Cyber
no.
Monday deal?
Yeah.
Oh no. Hopefully she remembers to poke holes in the box. That's all.
Puts it under the tree without holes.
Oh no.
Okay, this made me think of a really weird social situation I was in the other day. Where there's this girl at our school that we're kind of sort of friends with. Like, she's real nice, just keeps to herself. I've had limited conversations with her. So my friend and I are sitting at the table, and she just like heard us have this really dumb conversation. The conversation was weird superpowers we'd have with like drawbacks. We can maybe return to that topic at some point. And she just listened to my friend talk about how he was like, I want my power to be I just float a foot off the ground, but I can't stop myself. So once I'm in motion, I can't stop myself. So this girl's listening to this conversation, and we've went all over the place. And I was just, you're sitting there by yourself. You want to come sit with us? Problem is, my friend had to leave. So it's me and this girl I have had like limited interactions with, trying to make small talk. And I'm like, asking her every question I can think of.
What superpower would you pick that also had a drawback?
Oh.
My superpower would be flawlessly make small talk, but can't talk any other time.
Can't talk anytime. No.
I am great about talking about the weather. There's shit every other conversation.
Dude, it's 68 degrees down in Tampa right now. Did you know that? With a 50% chance of rain.
And we're like,
How's your wife and kids?
Oh, dude, they're dead.
but you're mute the rest of the time?
Yeah, I just can't physically talk.
So I had to like carry on this conversation, and I just couldn't do it. I was just texting my friend, how do I leave this situation? I don't know what to do here. I've exhausted all my options.
That's when, if you're trying to leave, you pick up the phone and you're like, hello? Oh, yes, I can be right there.
And it felt,
Sorry, I gotta go.
But it felt rude
My
because
hamster's
like,
stuck in the toilet.
yeah. But it felt rude because like she's genuinely a good person and a nice person. I just don't know how to talk to her.
Yeah, I'll be right there. I'm sorry, you're genuinely a good person, but I need to go.
But I just don't know how to care.
I want to use that to get out of conversation now. Like, I like you a lot, you're a cool person, but I've got to go. See ya.
No, you're rad, but
No,
I just
straight
can't.
up say, but this is way too awkward and I just can't handle it.
I just can't.
All right.
See
So
ya.
during all of that, another friend of mine had walked up and started talking to me, and I was like, "Thank you. I can carry a conversation and maybe just rope her into this, and won't feel awkward." His exact words when the conversation went stale were, "I don't know how to take a social cue, so I'm off." And I'm like,
Ouch.
"Fucking kidding me?
Under the bus.
Come on." I can't do this by myself.
He like tied you just to the rails on the track and you saw the train coming.
Every out I had just left. And I was like like terrified. I just didn't know what to say.
You're like shaking. Visibly shaking.
Save me.
I was just like, and it's just small talk. Like, hey, you graduate this year, right?
Hey, I have hands too.
Honestly,
I also have 2 feet.
if it had kept going like it had, and that's the kind of questions I felt like I would have started asking.
That's a situation where I would have just stood up and left.
That's kind of eventually what I had to do, and I think the problem was the second I was like, hey, I gotta go, she got up and left too. So I think we were both having this problem, this disconnect of like, how do we get out of this situation? And just...
I feel like it just would have gotten better if you just straight up was like, I don't know how to keep this going. I just need to go. Nice seeing you.
She would have probably
She'd
understood.
have been like,
You say,
same, I understand.
excuse me, I have diarrhea.
I have diarrhea.
I just didn't know, and I was eventually like, I think I just need to take the lead and leave. I can't.
I think I have gonorrhea because I am gone. See ya. I'm out of here. Have a good day.
I think I'm a banana because I just split and run.
The opposite of pickup lines.
Put down lines.
Put down lines?
Boy, are you ugly. See ya.
Listen, you're a 10, I'm a 3, I'm out.
Oh no.
That's a self. Put down line.
Yeah, no, I'm aware of what I'm about.
No, you make it to where there's no chance of that ever happening again when you
All the
leave.
conversation starting. You just completely destroy her so she never wants to talk to you.
Yes.
Why?
So that it can't happen.
This poor girl doesn't deserve that.
It's like, you're Democrat. I'm Republican.
Oh,
Goodbye.
Oh, bye. It's over.
Can I get your mother's number? Oh, she's dead.
I have a
Could I still get her number?
No.
wow.
Can I get the road and call him when she's buried?
No.
Oh, it's the cemetery.
No.
I'm gonna go pay my respects.
You just go no throughout this whole thing. You're just like, why?
Why? Jesus Christ.
That conversation would never start again.
I'm almost done with you right now. Who knows I can pick up your dead mom. Yeah.
Let's hop to another topic. I think I mentioned in that
Need a
conversation.
shovel to pick up her
I think I mentioned during that conversation we talked about just dumb superpowers we would have.
Dumb superpower.
Just really like they're neat, but what do you do with them after that? Mine was I just wanted to eat and swallow anything I could.
eat and swallow.
Just-
What'd be the drawback?
Oh, we talked about I had a problem digesting it, and it just kind
so
of
you
came
just-
out the other end whole.
Oh, so you're
I thought you
lactose
just get
intolerant?
fat or something.
Right. So like I was like, I eat a chunk of gravel, and like my body just shits out a chunk of gravel because it's, like I can eat it and swallow it fine, just my body cannot expel it properly.
Would you get pain from that? Because that doesn't seem like too much of a bad negative. Because if it just passes straight through you.
I guess it just depends on what I eat. I use the example of swallowing razor blades. Because I just thought it'd be wild for people to watch me do that. Which, yeah. And then that's when they pointed out, so what's the down here? And I'm like, I guess I shit razor blades. And that's just kind of...
They have another name for that. It's called hemorrhoids.
But also, that's neat because some people already do stuff like that. Like, I've
Shit
watched...
razor blades?
Have
Not shit
hemorrhoids?
razor blades. Yeah, people have hemorrhoids, but they're... I mean, I can't deny that one.
Myth busted.
But,
No, it's
it's
plausible.
just...
Oh, it's plausible, sorry.
Like, I used to watch a lot of Ripley's, and they'd have bits where people would eat, like, plates and just dumb stuff like that.
Some people, man.
Yeah, it's wild. And
Some
I'm like,
people.
Are really hungry.
Maybe eat
just-
a plate rather
it's-
than food.
I
have
want that to be
food.
my superpower. This dude's just going and eating Fiesta-ware. Just, like, he knows what the party's about.
I already told you guys my superpower.
What was it?
I can make perfect small talk, but
Oh.
I can't talk any other time.
See, I
Would
was.
that be a superpower, though?
Yes, I would
I
make
would
great
count
first
that as a
impressions on
superpower.
everyone.
Would you?
But then they'd have
Okay,
no
so,
lasting
I
impression.
guess that, what constitutes a small talk?
Just,
This right here.
yes.
This
This is small talk. This
yeah.
But
is...
like,
This is medium
alright,
talk.
So, say you need to call 911. Is that small talk?
Oh.
Hello!
How's the weather?
Yeah, because you're
weather.
exchanging basic information that you kind of would with somebody in small talk.
That might actually be a curse.
So, like, 911, hey, what's your name? I can answer this, because my power lets me. My name's this. Can you tell me what's going on? You're just like,
Nope.
no.
Well, it's raining outside.
It's raining outside right now.
But I heard it's supposed to be nice tomorrow.
But, yeah. So, like, what constitutes the small talk in your situation?
What does constitute small talk?
And what happens if the
exactly?
conversation evolves past that? Do you just
I just
shut
zip
down.
up?
I physically can't. No audio will come out. My mouth moves.
But then nothing comes
Nothing
out.
comes out.
And nothing comes out.
Can I get around that by doing sign language though?
Sign language.
What if you can only sign in small talk?
Damn it!
Like, what if your body physically...
So my hands will just stop moving when I try to.
Yeah, like you
Every
try and you just
conversation.
shake, and you're like,
You're crazy.
all right.
I've talked enough about my superpower. Either of you have a superpower?
Honestly, I'm trying to think of mine. I was trying to think of a drawback for mine.
What is it? We got
Being able to produce any food or like drink or anything from my hands.
Just like magically? Just
Yeah, but I'm trying to think of the drawback.
it all
I'll-
tastes the same.
But then I was also thinking like I could have like almost anything come out, but then say I would be able to taste it afterwards though. So if I like made something that was made out of iron, I would taste the iron in it.
Is iron a food?
Well,
And-
you know,
no,
iron
not
has like a
necessarily.
taste.
I mean,
to
it's
it.
for
Yeah.
Dakota who's eating razor blades,
Like,
but
yeah, but
I
he
mean-
like
So what if you try to summon it and it's approximately what you wanted?
Approximately what you wanted.
So, like, you wanted to summon spaghetti, but instead got, like, ravioli.
Ah.
So, like, it's not quite...
You can try to will it, but it's similar, but it's not quite what you wanted.
It's in the family.
So it's
that
like
pissed me off. That's
cooking
what that would do.
normally.
That pissed me
Like,
off.
because you're in the mood for it, and you're like, cool, I want this, and you're like...
I want a steak.
It's
like
yeah,
I
I
want
wanna-
ham.
Yeah.
No,
Like,
you,
no.
no, even
No, you
worse.
get,
It's like,
like-
I want a T-bone steak. It gives you cow tongue.
Well, and you're just like,
At least it's part of a cow. It's not the part I wanted.
what if you try to summon a hot dog and it doesn't know what to give you?
Oh no.
Like, it just gives you an amalgamation of meat in your hand.
Well, that'd be close.
I mean, it's approximate.
It would be a hot dog.
It'd be a hot dog.
What other fun things could you just almost summon but can't?
Like, what if you try to summon things that... It'd be like the alchemy rule.
Oh,
Right.
right.
You try to, like, make someone that are...
So let's.
So, or you're like summoning a person, like you're trying to like summon John Cena, and you get like Channing
or
Tatum.
something like that. Or it could just be goop.
Goop. You just get goop.
You just
Get
Goops.
goop.
You get, like, the... Pretty much, like, all the crap that we're made out of just comes out of you.
Oh, but in a different
Oh.
order. So you get all the components of that person, just not
It's just not necessarily in the
right
right order.
Did you just kill a man?
It's possible.
So are you teleporting them
But,
to you?
but
or
are you
cloning
really... Well, I was going to say, are you really killing them because you're...
I might have to kill
What's
him
it like
afterwards.
to be summoned
no,
to
but the
this
thing
power?
is, if you try and summon somebody...
But
I mean, it's not
alright,
like you're
that person
transporting
is
it
still
already
alive
exists.
somewhere
You're
else.
just like making
I'd like
a clone
to point
pretty
out
much.
that your power started off with summoning food.
I know,
and we're
right?
here.
And now we're
So-
talking about summoning
Are,
people.
are
Hey.
you playing cannibalism?
Yeah, people are
I'm
edible
not
too.
gonna eat them.
Then how are you
I
summoning
think
them?
that's the only way you can summon people,
like,
Simon.
you have
with
to
the intent
summon
to
them
eat
with
them.
the intent to consume.
Like, man, I'm really hungry. Channing Tatum pops out. Like, that's
I
not
guess-
what I
to some
wanted.
people-
I guess
that
I
man's-
gotta eat it.
He's not hungry. He's a snack.
My papa always told me to clean my plate.
No.
I like
But-
the
but
idea of you
since-
summoning the rock and it's just a rock.
But in the sense...
I want the rock. A rock. It's
Like,
the
your
rock.
powers have a sense of humor. Like, you know that
I
it's...
got a rock.
Like, at that point, you gotta be like, alright, this isn't just my powers. There's something more powerful than me fucking with me at this point, right?
I want the funniest comedian. Amy Schumer pops out.
See, I was gonna say Adam Sandler.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say that
I was
too.
waiting for it.
Nah, he can actually make me laugh sometimes. Amy Schumer,
No.
Nah, I don't. Nah, nothing.
Oh.
Vagina. That's her joke. Vagina.
Vaginas are funny. I laugh at penis jokes all the time.
Right. I always just thought it was a stab at male comedy, and I was just laughing at dicks all the time. And I was like, oh, I guess that's what you're trying to do. No, this is just actually your bit, and this isn't satire.
Nope.
I was genuinely upset by that.
Amy, I don't know. Just Amy Schumer.
Cody, you still haven't answered.
Yeah, what's your
Yeah, I've
superpower?
been thinking about that. I'd say, well, I have a problem, especially in the summer. I sweat a lot and get very hot. And I've said this before.
Okay.
Be able to control my body temperature by what the temperature of my finger is.
Neat.
So your finger has to be on what temperature is.
So, for
Like-
example, I stick my finger in a glass of cold water.
Then you get really cold.
I just get really cold.
Oh.
Neat.
I keep my finger, like, wrapped in a glove, and I'm burning
Oh, it's
my-
gonna get hot.
Wait, okay, so is this power voluntary or involuntary?
I mean, as soon as he sticks his finger in it.
I'm
Oh,
thinking-
or do you mean like he's just walking outside and
Like,
it's
for
100
example,
degrees
I could
out?
just wrap my finger up and walk outside in the middle of winter and be
Right.
alright.
Right.
As
But
long as
I'm
my finger
asking,
doesn't
I'm
melt.
asking,
You'd have to carry around a glass of cold water with you because sometimes it can get to like 110 degrees. And once, if your internal body temperature got to
Yes.
110 degrees, you'd be dead.
right.
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
at least pretty close.
Pretty good.
You know what you're risking.
Well, you
I
know.
respect that.
So Cody will be alive for 5 minutes.
You constantly like lick your finger and blow on it. Like, yeah.
But yeah, like, do you actively activate the power. That's a weird way to word that.
Yeah, can you turn it on and off? Can you be like,
Or is the downside is you can't, and you're like terrified of touching something. Like, what happens if you get in a hot tub?
Ooh.
Yeah, what happens if you get in a hot bath? Or a hot shower?
I just wouldn't put my finger in it.
Okay, so is it just one finger, or is it all your fingers?
I would think.
I was
let's
saying
go with
one finger.
One?
Yes.
What finger is it?
I don't know.
What's your dominant hand?
Right hand.
Let's make it like your index. No, let's go.
Well, why not make
let's go with ring.
Well, use it on your offhand. I mean, you're not touching much with that.
It's gotta be a dominant hand, or
Dominant?
it won't be fun. It
All
won't
right,
be fun.
fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gotta be the hand you touch everything with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That would be interesting.
And so you gotta be like, if it's your pinky, you're always pinky out.
So what about?
I'm just really fancy.
You're really fancy, sipping tea. That man's fancy.
So like,
He's real fancy.
off the top of my head, you're real limited as to what you can do.
Yes, it would be.
And like, you're just kind of four-fingering everything.
But if I figured out an easy solution, it would make everything a lot easier.
Cut it off.
Cut it off.
But what
I
if
don't
he
think
cuts
that's
it
the
off?
key solution.
Keep it in a box that's constantly 70 degrees.
Oh, but
What happens?
would that work though?
I don't know.
What happens if he cuts it off and actually loses control over his internal body?
Oh, he just like...
Like his body's just kind of going wild, and it's like fluctuating.
I feel like that's what would happen.
Right.
Your power made me think of another power. You could change any part of your body, but as soon as you made an adjustment to it, you're stuck like that for the day.
Oh, so you like increase your nose size, it's stuck big for the day.
Yes. And you can't make any other adjustments besides that one adjustment.
Just
For the
for
day.
one.
So would it count as an adjustment to make it
And
go
then-
back? The next
No,
day?
it like pretty much resets when you
So
go to
wait,
sleep.
yeah, okay.
Huh.
So,
You know what I'd choose to adjust every day?
What, Simon?
The size of my ears.
your ears.
I'd like them to be a little smaller.
Just a little
Just a
small.
little smaller.
I just imagine you like, if you like wake up and you're like on your arm, you're like, man, you're thinking about your arm, and so you just like
Like, no,
subconsciously just like make it like really big.
I have a baby arm like, damn it,
You're
no!
like, no.
So, I like this power
But
because it's really convenient for like one task. One task only.
One tab. What are you talking about?
I mean, okay.
what if it's like there's something too far away, so you're like extendo arm.
But then you're stuck with a human arm for the
Yeah.
day.
How far away is
Work
this object?
around that.
Like, is it across the room and you're just like, alright.
If you have stretched your
What's
arm
the-
all the way to the corner of the room, you can bend it down the middle, but there's a limit to what rooms you could enter and exit.
Also, how's your body handling the shift in mass and weight?
This is the muscle
I know.
mass
You know,
expand.
I don't
it
know.
just works out. It just
I
works out.
don't know.
Yeah, I'd say the muscle would have to expand.
Because if
for
it
to
doesn't,
be-
then your arm's just going to flop.
Yeah.
That'd be really bad.
So, what if that power takes from another body part?
Oh, reset
like
something?
To
one
grow
leg gets
one
really
part,
small.
yeah.
Yeah,
the other
so,
has
like,
to-
if I
So
wanna-
you always stay the same mass. It's
Yeah.
just shifted.
It's redistributed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that would make it. Wow.
Right.
You put everything in your arm, and it's just a head and an arm.
like no, it's kind of like
Well, you still
watching
have
your
a body,
arm,
but it
your
just
arm grow and your
shrivel.
legs shrink. Just like it just kind of shrivels
Just
up into you.
one other thing off. Oh man, that would be bad though.
Like imagine extending your torso, but your legs and arms get shorter.
And it's like whatever you think is like the most important thing to modify, so to speak. Say if you think, I don't know, let's say you think your dick is the most important thing to enlarge or shrink. Just a hypothetical.
Yes.
It'd say that's number one priority. So it would take more resources to do that. So it would take more of your legs or your arms to.
Also, there's priority based on parts. So
right.
it's like a multiplier.
What you would think would be the most,
So if you think
most
it's really important and you're
So
really self-conscious
What
about your
degree of
penis,
control do I
Okay.
have over this exactly?
like, can he
Like, how-
choose what it pulls from, or does it just pull from something?
Yeah, like how big?
I mean,
Who
Or
says
how small?
pretty
How
much
small?
your
Are you
body
changing the
mass.
conversation
Let's
right
go
now?
body mass.
All right.
okay.
Granted, well, not probably 100% of your body mass because then
Right.
I would like 100% of my body mass to go to my penis.
No.
Would I
What if-
cease to
what if-
exist, or the next day I'd be back?
be a big dick.
What if you just shifted all to your nuts?
That's a fat nut.
But the thing is though, like if you did that, for example, made like your legs or your arms bigger, and that shrank your torso, how would your organs handle that? Because they would be smaller,
Right.
but still have to cycle through as much to support the...
It'd work. It'd work for a day.
I
It resets the next day. It'd work for a day.
It'll work.
You're overthinking it, Cody. Come on,
it's-
just go around with an 8-foot-long dick. Come on.
That's what we all want.
Wait,
But your heart
okay.
couldn't handle that.
But
But
all
you
right.
are the dick.
So how does your body handle just the sudden change, though? Is my
It just
dick
does. It's
is my
good.
dick gonna have
We're
stretch
like
marks?
Mr. Elastic.
Yeah.
See, we don't question his internal. No, Mr. Fantastic, not Mr.
Yeah.
Elastic.
I'm
It was a
Yeah, we
similar
know where
sounding word. But
That is
like
a
we don't
couple
question where his internal organs do when he like stretches his torso like taffy.
But he doesn't
but
shrink.
I have.
Yeah, but it's the same ability, but it pulls something from another place.
But
It
then
elongates.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I assume the same mutation mutated his organs as well. What if it didn't? Just
So he stretches
One
out
part
and
would
he
be
just
like
tears apart
really
his
thin and just be like
intestines.
the organs just chilling in a ball, pretty much.
right.
Be like Jake the dog, where
Oh, and
all his organs just get stretched out,
yeah.
where his
Well,
liver could be like
yeah,
a
like-
mile long.
Right.
Your intestine is what? How long do they say?
I have no
I
idea.
don't know. Well,
It's-
large or small?
Well, small intestine.
I don't
As
know.
Large as,
The large intestine is large.
Oh, thank you.
but it's shorter.
Yeah.
The small intestine is short.
But it's longer.
I don't know. I don't know how
I'm
long.
glad
I don't know how
the
long my
listeners
organs
at
are.
home have a lot to take away.
I have no idea how long my
Anatomy
organs
lessons.
Yeah, we're here to educate the general public.
are. Make your dick big.
Click this link. Click. Grow 13 inches.
13 inches in one day. Whoa! And
Just
you'll
for one day.
Just for one day.
But it'll take away from one of your feet.
One. Why not both?
What are you willing to do for a bigger dick today?
Not have legs? That's okay. You'll just have feet.
You just walk around with feet.
penguin.
You're just dragging your dick behind you. Because you got nowhere for it to go.
Oh god. Oof. It sucked having to drive.
Get in a car.
Are you suggesting I push the pedals with my dick?
Yes. How are you going to do it with your feet?
All right,
How can you see over your steering wheel?
that's fine and all. But like, what do I put? Do I put a boot on
You
my
don't-
dick? What,
You don't
what's-
have that much
what's my
dexterity in your dick either.
Hey, not in your dick.
Simon uses it to, he wraps around branches and hangs there and sleeps.
It's my tail. It's my tail like a monkey. Oh boy.
So
So that was the power I thought of. Well, Cody thought of his. Oh god.
Speaking of getting your dick big,
Oh?
what's a product you would invent?
oh, I'm glad you asked.
Oh man. I mean,
So-
it already exists. I mean, you've seen the ads for it on
See,
certain sites.
I don't know how legit that is.
I don't know.
So you guys have heard me talk about this product before, but I've always wanted to invent a product called A.S.S. And for the listeners at home,
I think that was invented a long time ago.
hear me out.
It was
It's,
I got one of those, but it has a crack.
it's an
in it.
actor. It's
Let me get a new
a
one.
little acronym I like to dub after sex snacks, and it's just an adult lunchbox for after you're done in Pound Town. I'm still figuring out the contents of this ass, but
Can't you just make food
can't be
before and then once you're done, you just roll over and get your sandwich?
you could, or you can not pregame with ass, but you could look for ass to pregame with. But there's your pregame, your postgame, or your during. Come
During?
on, yeah. You don't know what people are into.
Dude, I've always wanted to bone while eating tacos. Always.
Eat a taco while eating a taco.
So
with
I've just
extra
it's been my
sauce.
product of just an adult lunchbox called ass. Gonna power through this. But But you can keep all sorts of fun things in it, like Viagra or a 5-hour energy, a Snickers. I don't know.
Why can I went from Viagra 5-hour energy? Snickers. Because you're not you when you're hungry. Grab a Snickers.
You're not you when you're hungry. You're not you when you're hungry. Eat some ass.
No, we eat ass. We eat the whole ass here.
Eat the whole.
We don't waste any part
We don't
of the ass.
half-ass anything. We only offer the finest and the fullest asses here.
No, I don't want 1% ass. I want whole ass.
Sometimes you just gotta grab it with both your hands.
So, how would we open up this lunchbox? Do we spread? Or
You've got to spread. There can't be a standard. It's got to be like spread it like this. Spread them and then eat ass.
What's wrong with our generation eating ass? Back in my day,
I ate real ass.
I ate real ass. Now that was a good sandwich. Right between two buns. Man, some good meat in them buns. Oh, God.
I do like that product, though. I think that is something I would buy. I
almost feel like it has to be a sandwich every time just so you can make a...
It can't be. You have to have different options for ass.
I like the idea of a lunchbox. You know, a little bit of everything.
It's just like a care package. Do you get it in the mail or do you pick it up at the store?
See, I've always
It
thought...
drops down once you're done.
Oh, okay.
I've always thought about sitting down and
Care
being
package
like...
deployed, you know? You throw your smoke grenade, here it goes.
I've always thought about sitting down with
Ass deployed.
Spencer's and being like, hey, this seems like it's up your alley. You know, the ass lunchbox. It's in the design phase. I'm working with a graphic artist friend of mine and we're talking about it.
I don't think...
That's not even a joke. We've actually sat down and talked about it.
I don't think that would pass on Shark Tank.
I don't think it would, but I think Spencer's would pick it
Maybe
up.
on Speech Tank.
I really want to imagine you though on Shark Tank and showing your
Like flailing
tagline:
this-
"Eat ass today."
Yeah,
Eat ass.
we don't half-ass anything. We eat the whole ass here,
There you go.
and
There
just that's my product.
I love it too much.
See, I just gotta find my market.
I just feel
Maybe
like it's a good joke item.
The listeners at home can help me. Come on,
Help
Need
me,
to
help me
help
get
me.
an ass.
Help
on
me.
Dakota's ass.
help me sell you the best ass I can, the finest of asses, if you will.
Now, would there be different sizes of ass?
Oh, of course.
You'd have the
I'm gonna say-
extra large and the bootylicious pack and the
The bootylicious.
Say, who has the biggest ass in like Hollywood or anything like that?
Are you?
Or like a...
I mean, I wasn't gonna really model it after anybody's ass. I kind of know what an ass
it's like
looks like.
You know, it's the special
But that means
premium deluxe.
I gotta talk to
ass,
them
you
about
know?
it, and also give them profits. And
So, well, what about Sandwich U? Don't they have stuff like that? Or well, they don't have names in their sandwiches, do they?
right.
I don't know. I'm asking
Right,
you.
yeah,
I don't know.
I
haven't gotten to Sandwich
I also
U.
just don't want anybody else's name on my product. You know what I mean? Like this is mine.
The large ass could be a fat ass.
Ooh.
There you go.
Ooh.
Or it could be with a PH too. You know?
Yeah.
That's a fat ass right there.
We gotta get in business
See?
together, bud.
See?
We'll sit down and talk about this.
And then the small is just flat ass.
This flat ass.
Flat ass. I was trying to think of like another size above large. Like trying to fit in like the bubble butt in there somehow. I can't think of a way to get that in there.
enormous.
Man, I saw the sparks in your eyes as soon as that just clicked. You're just like, enormous.
The problem was I was
Yes.
trying to think. I was thinking huge ass, big ass. And I was like enormous ass. Wait a minute.
Enormous! Whoa!
That's the top of the line.
I gotta find my sponsor in my market.
That's like
all I need.
That's like a full course meal right there with an enormous. That's like that's the family size right there.
That's
$20 to flop it out.
Dude,
Feed your family.
ask for the whole family.
No, that's
Billy, you need to finish your ass.
No, there should be a package deal called the orgy.
The orange.
No, it's still like the enormous. It's enough ass for the whole family.
That has to just be the tagline on that packaging.
Man, I can't wait to get some of your mom's ass. Oh man.
Ooh. This is much longer than I thought it would.
There you go. Oh, man.
Again, listeners at home, you can make this happen.
Make Dakota's dreams come true.
I don't have much going for me.
I can just imagine there being a kid in school who packs his mother packs his lunch. His friend looks over to him when they sit down to eat. He's like, "What do you have for lunch today?" Ass.
Wait. So
So
how did the kid get the ass pack? How?
Because the mom packed it in the lunch.
No!
why? But why would mom?
See, this is
This
the
is for-
after-sex snack.
Yeah, it's the after sex snack.
This is the after-sex
said-
snack.
Yeah, I get you.
Why are we packing this for Billy?
I know. Why are we packing? Really?
What is Billy's home life like?
What's it like?
You
Is
know
this-
there's going to be someone like that.
Is there is? Hopefully.
No,
it's-
I could see if these were in a store, they would be
Oh.
close to the Lunchables.
I would really hope not.
Oh, I hope they're not.
Why are there
I mean-
Lunchables at Spencer's?
I mean, the
You get to build your own pizza ass.
the packaging for it is obviously
Oh,
going to
dude.
be the shape of an ass, right?
Oh yeah, I like.
Going
I
to.
think I want to go more of a cardboard route, just easy and disposable. I thought about plastic.
Severed asses.
I was thinking plastic
See,
in the
I was
shape of
thinking
an
plastic, but I don't want cheap plastic.
See, because you do cardboard, it's easily recyclable.
Yeah,
Go
like
that route.
we're here for the environment as well.
ass. So cardboard?
Yeah, cardboard, recyclable, clean enough, I guess.
I mean, how clean is ass?
Well, I only sell the cleanest of asses.
Okay.
Here.
Bleached asshole.
So, well, what else this leads into? Well,
Jesus Christ!
As we've
Oh,
been
man.
talking about this, I've been thinking, and if this is the one thing I've become famous for, somehow
Is
magically ass. I like the idea of one day I hope to have kids, and they're gonna be like, "What does your dad do for a living?"
This fortune was made from eating ass.
He sells ass.
I sell ass and ass accessories,
So ass accessories.
and they're not gonna be wrong.
Guys, listen. Do you hear that?
No, I don't hear anything. What is it?
You don't hear that?
What?
It's a derailer.
He did it.
Oh.
He said the name of it.
Oh,
He
Oh.
achieved what he wanted.
oh, okay. So, what's your derailer, Simon?
For those of you wondering, a derailer is a random question that pops up
Oh,
and derails the conversation. We are
okay.
being derailed from eating ass.
Okay.
Right now, it's
So-
a random question we pulled from the internet. But if you'd like to submit a question that can be philosophical, a would you rather, anything like that, you can email it to jadedgents@gmail.com.
So, jadedgents@gmail.com.
Correct. Email your questions there, and there's a chance it'll derail our show. Today's derailer is, would you rather go about your normal day naked or fall asleep for a year?
I like to sleep, but I don't want to sleep for a year. As long as I don't have to work that day,
That day?
or is it
Oh,
a year?
naked, being naked.
Yeah, being
okay.
naked.
Yes,
for
is
that
it
day.
just one day?
Are we naked for the day or year? We need to vote here.
I want to make it worse. It's going to be you don't pick the day. It's going to be
A random day, you're just naked. So a random day out of that year.
Not even a random day.
Okay.
Probably the most inconvenient time for you to possibly be naked.
The future predicts it, and it's like, yeah, you've got to be naked
You'll be
today.
naked
So,
here.
how do you?
Like you
But
just
you
wake
don't know
up-
about it.
You don't know about
yeah.
it. You just wake up and it's like you're naked for the day. And it's like, well,
So is that somewhere in your lifetime or somewhere in that year?
I say let's go lifetime.
So you're at
'Cause
like
it could be really bad.
you're like at your granddaughter's wedding, and you're like, well,
Well, you have to not at your granddaughters, at your daughters, because you're going to have to take her down the aisle
Yes, that would be
Okay.
much worse.
Yeah.
naked. And everyone else, obviously,
So-
they can't know about it.
so
So what happens if you try to put on clothes that day? Do
It
they
just doesn't happen.
They just
They
can't
just slip
It,
off.
it,
They
is
just
it don't
like you've got
happen.
like butterfingers for clothes, you can't pick them
you
up.
can't pick them up.
No one else can put them on you because
No.
they just slide right off you.
Okay. Now, can I wear an article of clothing?
No,
No.
you're naked.
You're
Hear
naked.
me out. Can I wear an article of clothing that still allows me to be naked? So say,
No,
say
like a robe.
No,
What-
like a
what-
tie.
What part of naked?
No.
do you not
No.
understand?
Okay. Well,
I know you want to wear a tie
100%
naked.
buck naked.
Yes.
You know.
I wanted to wear a bow tie
You're
while
Adam-
walking my
you're
dog
Adam
down the
and
aisle.
Can we
Eve.
wear our glasses?
Without the leaves.
I don't think it would be considered clothing.
Because I can't do
Yeah.
much without my
Can't
glasses.
function
I was trying to
without
drive there and I'm like, and I wreck and I'm naked and I die.
It's gonna suck for us, man. It's gonna
Yeah.
suck.
Cody says we don't have to, and he's the
'Cause
one without glasses. So.
Yes, I wouldn't consider glasses to be clothing.
All right.
So we've decided the question is, would you rather be asleep for a whole year or naked at the most inopportune time in your life? When it would be the most possible embarrassment
All
for
right.
you?
So say I got out of surgery and I'm required to wear something.
What are you trying to go?
No, I
here?
want to know.
Like
It's
a
not
cast.
going to happen
I want to
then.
know if it
Like-
constitutes as necessity.
Like he has to wear a cast.
Your
like,
Granted, it's gonna be.
your wound
Well,
is
what if-
magically healed.
what if
and
I
you have no cast?
What if I have like a vasectomy and have to wear like a cup or something or a jock strap? That you have to do that.
Do you have? Do you have to? I don't have.
I
don't know.
I have to wear a jock strap for work.
I think it's recommended. Yeah, it's recommended if you do that. So that recovery process necessitates it. Like
You're still naked.
I'm still naked.
I am
So
fine.
like my stitched up balls are just
Yes, they're hanging out.
are just hanging
They're
out.
hanging. They're
You
hanging.
just have to hope that's not the most inopportune time in your life.
Right.
Right.
Because it's supposed to be embarrassment, not harming you.
Right.
Right.
So say you get your balls operated on, then you have to go give a Nobel Peace Prize speech.
What a power
Ooh,
play.
Yeah.
Dude, busy life, you know.
So make sure that's scheduled on a different day than when you're getting your balls cut open.
I say that's the thing that really makes this question potential power really bad.
Yeah.
Because it could come with great success if you pick being naked at the most inopportune time of
But-
your life.
But you can't. I thought the thing was you couldn't pick it.
Well, yeah, I know, but it will come with great success. So probably the moment
And
where
great responsibility.
yeah. Okay, Spider-Man. Man, Spider-Man would have it rough. What would be his like most inopportune?
I
It-
mean,
it just-
Spider-Man's
it-
pretty inopportune.
Probably him. It would be when you have to be Spider-Man. So
Right.
the next day, he has to be naked and he has to save people. It would be the Sinister Six. They're just killing people.
How do you say?
Just killing
All right.
people.
So can he not wear? He can't wear his web shooters or anything.
Nothing.
Damn.
He's naked. I mean, he can still climb. Still got the Spidey sense. But he's not wearing anything. And he doesn't need glasses or anything.
Yeah.
So him wearing glasses, that's just a fashion choice. Therefore, clothes.
Damn. I never
Screwed.
thought about that. Yeah.
Screwed.
Holy shit.
You're really screwed.
Just the idea of Spider-Man trying to fight naked. It's just really funny to me. Just because they're like, "Oh shit, we know your identity." That's not the problem.
That's
here,
not
sir.
the problem.
That's
They would look him in the eyes, but they're too busy looking everywhere
Would
else.
they'd be like, "Oh no, this
but
is the
would
face."
would they recognize him?
Being
Someone's
naked?
bound
Probably wouldn't
to.
recognize
Someone's bound to.
He doesn't have the mask on or anything.
I know, he's...
No,
He's-
but they
he's
may be
naked.
But
too
they're
focused
gonna-
on something else.
Too
They're gonna,
focused
are you
looking
telling
at
me
him.
that Spider-Man's got a massive dong?
Who
No,
knows? Spider powers. I don't know.
Spiders have
Generally,
huge dicks. We need
somebody-
to go back to this question because we all have to answer it.
Well,
We're talking about Spider-Man's wiener.
derailed.
Derailed.
Yes. Well, this is a derailer, and we have to answer it.
Well, you know me. I'll probably pick the most inopportune time because I don't want to sleep for a year.
That seems like
It'll suck.
That's like a coma.
It'll
In a
suck.
coma.
Yeah, you're in a coma for a year, and fuck that. There you
So
go.
is-
That's my answer. Fuck that. I'm gonna
I'm probably
It's
going
gonna
to
suck.
pick being naked too.
Yeah, it's a pretty obvious
'Cause-
choice.
Do I have to like be like a bear before I hibernate and I stock up on the food before I sleep for a year so I don't starve to death?
Nah.
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 I go to
Just
sleep,
say-
wake up
Because
the same way I was.
if you're worried about realism, then they can just hook you up with crap and you're good.
And if
Right.
you're worried about
Well-
realism, why can't you pick up clothes?
Right, right.
But what about all your other obligations that you have throughout the year?
So
like my job.
Wouldn't have them.
You wouldn't have.
Are they gonna fire me because some power higher than me just knocked my ass out?
that's when you would like sell your house, cancel all your bills, everything like that. Go live with someone and just crash in one of their beds.
It's like, I'm gonna have to sleep in your house for a year.
Don't disturb me,
They'd
please.
be like,
So does that happen
What?
at random too? Does your sleep?
I think
just
you get to
happen?
choose.
I think that you can choose.
Because if you're driving along and then you sleep for a year,
Right.
You're done. The sleep one you can choose because you're gonna be out for a year. The being naked for a day, it's got to have a drawback. So it has to be at like the most inopportune time.
does our hair grow while we're sleeping?
I would assume
I
your
would
body,
assume, yes.
Fingernails?
your
Yeah.
body
Well, then
goes
if-
through all its functions.
Then
yeah.
what about hunger? You're going to eventually burn through all your
you
body
can
fat.
hook up crap to you and you're good.
Oh, you're going to have an IV that just
So
pumps you full.
Good.
I mean, imagine how chill your friend
Oh.
would have to be to clean up your piss and shit as well.
Well, sucks to be him.
Like, I like you
Let's
guys,
just-
but
Why not just a hospital? Why does you have to go to
for-
a friend's house? 'Cause you're
Yeah,
gonna
for sake of
you're on a
argument-
budget. You know how much hospital care is per day?
yeah.
go
For
to
sake of
Canada.
argument, let's just say you just fall asleep.
You just fall asleep, you wake
Yes.
up.
Yes.
So you're like a Disney princess. You fall asleep
Yes.
and then you wake
Let's
up.
go with that.
Okay. Do I have True Love's first kiss?
No.
Man, poor Sleeping Beauty. I just thought about that. Like,
Yeah.
if it was really realistic like that, oof. That dress, it'd be brown.
That whole fable's just really fucked up though.
What is, like, the whole fable behind that? Because I know Disney obviously, like,
Right.
cuts
I don't know
out
if I want to talk about all of this
not cool
podcast
part.
because there's some really like heavy content in that fable.
Especially, I know Pocahontas was, like, the same way as well.
Yeah,
Disney's like, we don't need to put in, like, the bad stuff. Let's
yeah.
put in the
There's,
somewhat good stuff.
Make it a good story. With
Let's
a
make
happy
John
ending.
Smith
but
look
it's
like
not
a good guy.
story.
It's not.
Okay, Cody. Sleep or be naked? That is the question.
Yes, I would have to go with be naked.
Be naked.
As much as I couldn't do it, I would have to. Yeah.
Did you answer, Dakota?
I would be naked.
You'd be naked as well. I guess we're all just going to get naked.
We're all gonna be naked.
No one wants to sleep for a whole year.
Nah,
Can't do
too
it.
much.
It's just too much of
Too
it.
much to
Wait,
do in it.
But would
Yeah.
you wake up refreshed?
Oh, dude. You get like an XP multiplier. Well rested.
Well rested.
Or would it be one of those sleeps where you sleep for about like 12 hours and you wake up just terrible?
Feel awful.
Hate yourself?
It'd have to be some pretty good sleep.
Yeah.
You have like 18 wet dreams.
Over a year?
Oh man.
Okay, one per day.
One per day.
Why?
That's a lot of
You
nuts.
like built a cocoon in your own fluid.
And
Say-
Wake
say,
up
hey,
and you're a beautiful
hey.
butterfly.
You say it's good for the skin.
wait, do you wake up blind?
That's just a rumor.
Thank you.
You stock up on carrots beforehand so you can counteract it.
That's a myth. Trust me, I would know.
You heard it here, folks.
Your pose.
Masturbation does not make you go blind.
Myth busted.
What's even? Yeah, it's busted, all right.
Nut busted.
Nut busted.
What's even the myth with that? I don't even know what it is.
Masturbation makes you
I
go
think-
blind.
Yeah.
Is there like
You'll shoot your eye out.
Is it like a once a day and then you go blind, or is it like
It wasn't that. It was like a one a day kind of thing. It was just if you did it too much, you'd go blind. It was a way of deterring masturbation by scaring you.
well, it didn't work?
Wait, is that a reason why you wear glasses?
Maybe. Who knows? I guess you don't.
What does that say about me?
What does that say
That says a
about
lot
you,
about
Cody?
Dakota, Simon, and I.
Well, I used to wear glasses.
Oh, then you stopped
Oh,
cranking it?
That's how you cure it?
I guess. I don't know.
Just-
I mean, what do you wear?
My vision's still a little bit off, but
What, do you wear contacts or you just
No.
don't? Oh, okay, you just say, fuck glasses.
See, this is...
but I am like half colorblind. So what does that
Aw.
Listen, we're trying to.
You were woke and then you nutted it to fuck with your brain a little bit. You're like, oh, that was the ascended nut. The nut to pass all nuts.
See, I'm just imagining here.
Fat nut.
You've got like a fill level in your body, and your semen is essential for the use of
For
your
your
eyes.
eyes.
So you have to get the semen level up to your eyebrows.
Ooh.
And the more you deplete it, the worse your vision gets. That's what I'm picturing here.
say? Yeah, you're
How low is your semen when you check your dipstick?
What the hell are you talking about?
This is a lot to take in. This is
What
a
the
lot for a
hell
first
are you
episode.
talking
I want you
about?
to know that.
What?
Well, see, it starts at your balls. And it just fills up.
But it does.
You don't have internal organs. You don't have blood. You
But that's
got
where the
jizz.
pee is stored.
Yeah, but we all know the pee's stored in the balls.
Oh my god.
I think it makes sense because it lubricates the eyeballs when you close your eyes.
Okay.
You know how sometimes in the morning you wake up and there's hard stuff get out of your eye, you're sleepy.
That's a healthy sign because your semen level is where it needs to be.
It needs to be. Oh. So dumb.
So, if there were one show that you had to reboot, what would it be?
Nice segue.
You're welcome.
One show, huh?
See, I want to go back to a conversation we had a couple moments ago. Not moments ago, hour ago
Hour ago.
Oh.
ish. About the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Ah.
Dakota made the comment that we were talking about Adam Sandler.
As we do.
Yeah. His new special 100% Fresh on Netflix. And it was Dakota, I think, who said that sounded like a Fresh Prince reboot.
Yeah.
So if we could bring back the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, where Will Smith is the uncle.
Quote
Quote,
uncle
unquote.
figure.
Yeah, because he's maybe an uncle to Carlton's son.
Yeah, something like that.
That would be pretty good.
Yeah, I think
He's
they're-
like Uncle Phil now. He's
Yeah.
Uncle Will. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Thank you.
And it all comes together for you.
That's so
Thank
good.
you.
Oh.
I think that'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
And it's almost like
Man, but Fresh. Oh, that just makes me think of just the Fresh Prince and how Uncle Phil wasn't really an uncle for him. It was more of a dad than
Yeah.
anything.
But I
Oh.
don't want to see Carlton become like a real shitty character.
so then it turns into Full House.
I don't want it to be quite Full House because I don't like the new Full House.
Yeah.
I don't like Fuller House. I heard it got better, but I watched the first season and wasn't into it.
We could still have Uncle Phil back and it could be Phil House.
What?
Full House, Phil House.
No,
Is it
no,
play
no,
on the word?
No, back it up. Bring
Okay.
back who? Bring back who?
Uncle
Uncle
Phil.
Phil.
So it'd be Phil House.
Didn't he die? The guy,
Yes.
the guy who played him, didn't he die?
Yeah, he passed away.
CGI it.
No!
That
Not
man
Uncle
deserves
Phil.
more respect
It's
than
not
that.
Uncle
Okay, it's a
Phil.
prequel to Fresh Prince of Bel-Air where it's a young Uncle Phil.
That sounds kind of
That's,
neat.
Yeah, but it's Uncle Phil, though, man.
Like, I wouldn't...
Uncle
I don't-
Phil.
Well, he wouldn't be Uncle Phil anymore. He'd be Phil.
He'd just be Phil.
He'd be Phil.
But,
For some
I don't
reason,
know,
my
I'm-
thought was, what if Corey of the House is the prequel to
No.
Fresh Prince? And I don't know
So
why.
Corey's Uncle Phil.
Corey's actually Uncle Phil.
oh, no. Or, oh, yeah? I don't know.
I
I didn't watch Corey in the House because
I
that looked
didn't-
really
seriously,
dumb.
I
It
didn't
was kind of.
I'm
Best anime.
Thank you.
best
No, I
anime
like the idea. I think Will
10
Smith...
years running.
Yes.
I think Will Smith, not even just as, like, his role, I think him as a person has just matured really well. So, like, he'd be acting, but I feel like it'd be more than that for him. I feel like...
He'd be like reflecting on his life.
yeah,
Like his life
he'd be
lessons.
bringing a lot to the role.
Want it to be Uncle Will, but it's still his son would be like
But then they
Oh,
can call him
James
Uncle
son or
Will.
whatever.
Oh wait, he
Uncle.
plays the actor.
Yeah, Jaden
Okay.
Smith would play
That'd
the
be good.
kid who would call.
Will
Oh,
Carlton.
It'd be weird.
Yeah, it'd
because
be
his
weird.
son would be calling him uncle.
right.
Yeah,
But it just
I don't know how that.
I don't
works.
know. I think
maybe he has siblings
Could
and actually
Could.
has a
Could.
nephew or niece.
I don't know.
Maybe
Maybe
then-
Smith, and I don't keep track of his life, and if he has
It'd be his niece this time,
right.
and it's Uncle Will.
Wait, didn't Carlton have a sister?
Yes,
Wait, why don't we just use her?
but they're cousins.
Right, but it's still the
Would be her
gotta
daughter.
have Will's. Oh,
Yeah.
like use her.
yeah,
and,
use
and
her kid.
her kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying.
Okay.
Her
yeah,
kids.
I don't remember
We
much
don't-
of her character.
Like
so
she has to have. I guess if we're writing this, she can have a daughter.
right, it's whatever, kid.
I can't think of another show to reboot.
Man, this was
I guess we
Or
only
or
want to
just
watch
a
the new
show.
Fresh Prince.
I just want more Will Smith. You know.
Just more Will
yeah, I could agree on that.
It's like I know I didn't even watch all of Fresh Prince, but just it was still the episodes I
Right.
watched were good.
If you want another Will Smith show, don't be disheartened because where there's a will, there's a way.
I don't know. I don't watch a lot of TV.
I'd almost
or I
say-
haven't watched it a lot in like the past
Couple-
6 years,
yeah.
something like that.
If this were like a year ago, I'd say MythBusters, but they've done that.
Wait, they've rebooted.
They had a reality TV show
Mythbusters?
where it was like you can be the next MythBusters, and people competed to.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
And then they picked 2 new MythBusters. I don't know if the show's still on. I don't know
And
if
then it
did
was
well.
canceled.
Man, that was always a fun show.
That was.
There was an episode.
Too bad
where
they
they
hated
did-
each other.
Yeah, there was like a
That
behind
bums
the
you out.
scene
That
thing.
bums me out.
Yeah, because their chemistry was just real cool.
It was. It was so good.
But then they
hated
just
each other.
kind of word into it.
Man, that sucks.
Adam's still basically doing the same thing on YouTube. You can look up his channel.
Yeah.
He made his entire one of those Nerf rival ones that shoots the balls. He made a clip that was like this tall that he filled and he mounted it on a gun, and it was pretty fun to watch.
Jesus.
That show, that would just be real fun.
You know?
I don't know. I think my brain. I want to say Teen Titans. Just,
They did that, and it sucks.
They did, and
The-
it's go.
We're not talking about Go. We're
Teen
talking
Titans, go away.
About, yeah, we're
Go
talking about
away.
original Titans because the original Titans is really good, and they didn't finish a story arc in that.
Futurama.
Futurama got its ending though,
I was say
and Futurama did get No, it didn't get rebooted. It,
it
got
just got
continued.
picked up a
Yeah.
lot by like what almost want to say like 3 different times easily.
Did you see the creators of that show made another show on Netflix?
I have not watched it, but yes.
I've kind of watched it. It's
Okay.
Not as good. Well, it's tough to follow up anything after Futurama
Yeah.
or anything that popular.
I don't know. Just I don't think a lot of the comedy in that show lands like they want it to. Not per se.
The new show.
Yeah.
That's
No,
it.
Futurama was great. It had
It was.
so many good bits. I don't know. There's a couple I think animated series that just kind of got axed real short for this or that reason. I think Symbiotic Titan.
Oh,
Right?
oh yeah,
That was real good.
that was good.
Real good.
See, now that's not rebooting. That's just continuing.
Yeah, I'd be okay
It's
with
got to
that.
be a reboot.
It's got to be a reboot.
Okay, fine.
Stop gaming the system.
So I was about to say
I'll
the
pull you.
2011 Thundercats.
That would be a reboot.
Yeah.
That was a reboot.
That was
and
a reboot.
good.
In
So a
they
reboot
kinda-
of a reboot.
a reboot, a continuation.
Continuation, but that's still
Reboot.
continuation.
I'm sorry. There's it's just
I'm
real
sorry
hard.
that all the stuff you're like
It's-
this. I'm like, it's already a
Right, I
reboot.
like
Dakota keeps trying to launch his planes, and you keep shooting them down.
I'm
you
sorry.
do, and that's fine because it's whatever.
I've got planes. I've got
yeah, I'm
plenty
gonna
of
keep
planes.
going. What else would I just like to? I guess keep going at this point.
I'm gonna say I'm ready to load another shell.
know
I'm
you
ready.
are.
I'm ready.
I'm just like, what's gonna be great is you're gonna be like, hell yeah, but then you're gonna shoot me right in the dick.
It's like, yeah, it's good.
So,
Too bad.
just what would be fun to watch more? I actually kind of would like a Danny Phantom reboot.
That was actually pretty
Yeah,
good.
so that would be.
That would be a good
A
like.
reboot.
They do it like Netflix did Sabrina the Teenage Witch and make him like really demonic.
Please don't.
Whoa,
Actually,
whoa.
yeah, that's that reboot, and I've heard mixed
Live
reviews.
action Danny Phantom.
I don't want to live
Yes.
action Danny Phantom.
Yes.
But,
That's gonna happen.
but also, that's the only good Butch Hartman show because he was under a lot of heat not too long ago.
Jimmy Neutron could come back.
I actually wouldn't mind that.
Yeah.
I just my thing of it
Jimmy Neutron.
is that
He's an adult now, though.
And he's raising a... What if
And
he's
Goddard's dead.
No, how did Goddard die?
How would he die?
Old age. He rusted. He left him out in the rain.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
But Goddard's pretty well a self-sustaining robot.
Well, they've had it where they've like gone to the future before, and he's like an old dog. And
Yeah.
He's like dying.
That never made sense to me.
I know it doesn't make sense.
But in the continuity of the show, it would work.
continuity, it's going to happen. He's got the lifespan
I
of
don't
a
know.
dog.
I think my big thing with Jimmy Neutron is I never liked the original style it was done in. That weird
It's
3D.
3D. It was like
pretty
early
bad.
2000s 3D.
It still looked good back then.
It looked good. That whole
Yeah, but now looking back
Now
on it,
it's
it just seems
awful.
odd.
Yeah.
that whole movie was done. The Jimmy Neutron movie was done in a program called Lightwave.
I've heard about that. You told me about
Yeah,
that.
I told you about that. I had a professor tell me about that. I guess that same professor also knows the creator of Jimmy Neutron. So real wild.
The only I remember watching a good portion of Jimmy Neutron, but the only one I can ever remember is when the I don't know what you'd even call it, the pants uprising or whatever.
Oh, the first episode.
That's the only one I can
that's
ever
like
remember.
the first episode of
Is
the
it really?
series. Yeah,
Is that really the first
I think it's the
episode?
first episode.
That's the only one
It's
I
like
can
the
ever
pilot
remember.
or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken.
That was a good episode. I still know that episode.
Yeah, because
Still
his
in
mom
there.
was still pissed at him for not picking up his pants at the end of it.
Jesus.
After, the original premise was he wasn't picking up his pants, so it invented something to make his
Yeah.
pants put themselves away.
Something to
And
put
then they-
pants up.
Gain sentience.
Right.
Too good.
That is episode 1, season 1, when the pants attack.
I
Your
did
boy's
not know
good.
that.
Your boy's
Look
good.
at him.
Whoa.
Look at you. Bravo. Bravo.
I know my animation.
You know you're Jimmy Neutron.
I am a Jimmy Neutron historian.
I just thought of a reboot.
What?
Johnny Bravo.
Johnny
Yes.
Bravo wouldn't make it in this day and age for a lot of reasons.
I don't know. He was just being a flirt most of the time.
Yeah, but I
He
just
get his
don't,
ass kicked.
I just don't think the general
If they
public would be
if
cool
they
with that.
aimed it towards an older audience,
They just
See,
need to make him a creepy old man, is what
See,
they need
I don't.
to do.
All right.
No.
I think if you did it as an
They
adult
just have
swim
to
show,
they just have to tweak his character a little bit because
Yeah.
it was pretty much like every episode he would try to go out and try
Flirt
to
it up, yeah.
flirt it up
I mean,
and
he'd-
get his ass kicked
get-
immensely. Which it's one of those where it's like, yeah, he's flirting, but he'd get his ass kicked.
Right. But it's weird. I think if we did reboot
soundtrack.
it would definitely thrive better in Adult Swim. And I think just
On
because
most old Cartoon Network shows,
They
do.
just need to
just because I think they could write it better.
need to flesh out his character a little bit more. Actually, make it where she says no, he's like, all right,
All
I'm
right.
fine with that.
He's respectful.
He's respectful about it.
You know.
It's been a while since I've watched Johnny Bravo, but was there ever a time where
I think
they were like,
the big thing with him is he
No,
came
or
on
did
real
he just-
strong.
or did he just really play it
Hey,
up?
mama.
Yeah, he would come off like that, like, "Hey, pretty mama," ask them out, and they'd just be like, "No,
And
not
just beat the
dealing
shit
with-"
out of him.
Yeah, I think that was the formula. Rinse, wash, and repeat. I'm surprised that show. made-
Johnny Bravo trying to make it in today's society. Oh man.
Yeah.
That's Adult Swim right there.
That is.
That's Adult
Like,
Swim right there. He's going to jail. He'd get pepper sprayed.
Oh, he would all the time.
Yes.
That man would have so many restraining orders
Ugh.
against him. Courage the Cowardly Dog. I would like to see a reboot of that. That would be a fun show. Like, it got a proper ending.
I just don't think I'd watch it anymore. I feel like I've had my
Your
my
fill.
time
Your
with Courage the
courage,
Cowardly
yeah.
Dog.
That's fair. I don't know. I've always been a big.
I mean, I really liked it. I watched it all the time.
Big fan of the show, and I think they'd have so much more fun with it now. Because the show was never like super insensitive or anything. It was just
It's weird.
It was
just
wacky.
weird.
It was
a
just
wacky
wild and
show.
wacky. And I just was like, yeah, maybe they'd have fun with it.
I mean, at times it was just like unnerving. You
Yeah.
watch
Yeah.
it and you're just like,
Yeah.
Alright.
And I think that's why I liked it a lot.
Hmm.
And it's weird. They'd always play it as I'm like laying, when I was little, they'd play it as I'm laying in bed getting ready to go to sleep.
what?
And I'm just like,
Have
cool.
sweet dreams.
I guess I'm gonna watch these 2 episodes of Courage the Cowardly Dog before I go to bed. That's a great idea.
yeah, because when I was younger, all we had was antenna. We didn't have cable or anything, and the only time I'd really get to watch a lot of the cartoons was when I went out to my grandparents. a lot of times I would sleep in the living room where the TV was, and my grandparents would go to bed, and I'd turn it back on and watch cartoons. And I remember a few times watching Courage and then regretting it all the way until the next morning.
Right? Like, that show genuinely is terrifying at moments.
Wasn't there one where he goes into like there's this like heart that's sick or something like that?
Yeah.
It's an internal sentient organ.
I think they walk into, like, some bar or club.
Yeah.
And that's one of the later seasons where they started leaving their house and kind of expanding the world of Courage the Cowardly Dog, which is something I thought was wild, too. Like, it felt nice and organic. It's just weird that they were like, well, we've done as much as we can with this place. Let's expand. There was an episode that always sticks out to me, and it's the episode where, like, everybody in Nowhere becomes super depressed because they were getting shot by these depression cannonballs. Oh, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
And Courage, like, does something, and the cannonballs turn pink and then cure everybody of their depression.
What?
It was like a two-parter too,
Yeah.
and that's why it stuck out so much to me.
Was it like a giant like robot tower?
Yeah,
Just
it was that
walking
like
around shooting
that.
people,
That
cannonballs.
episode went balls to the wall for a Courage the Cowardly Dog episode.
Jesus.
You know what, guys?
What?
I think it's about time to hit the old dusty trail.
Well, that's what happens when we talk for a good while.
A good while.
Yep, time to take this train back into the station.
We need to haul it
Clean
back.
up this wreck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's a wreck.
No,
We just got a little
there were a couple.
derailed.
There were a couple.
Let's.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So I forgot to write down the last one.
Well, it was Courage the Cowardly Dog, and we were just talking about
Johnny Bravo.
Johnny Bravo.
My favorite
We were
thing is
talking
that
about
we
the
had
last
a
thing
couple
first.
other topics that we just didn't hit.
There's a couple things that we talked about that I missed. I'll have to get better on this because I get lost in the conversation and then I have to recap myself on what all we talked about. But let's go through this list. We started out with our conversation starter, Thanksgiving. And then
It's a good time.
Dakota went to a story where he was talking to a girl at school.
Oh man, you're going about all into that.
But that moved on to small talk because that's generally what that conversation was about. And that changed to dumb superpowers. And that switched to Amy Schumer. And then went back to superpowers.
Huh.
And then we made a hard turn into products that we would create, which left us to after sex snacks.
Ass.
Thank you.
Do love a fat ass, you know.
After ass, we got derailed by our derailer asking if we'd rather be naked at an inopportune moment or sleep for a year. And then we started talking about Spider-Man naked and his big swinging dong.
That's big spider dick.
And then we talked about Sleeping Beauty. We almost got on a conversation about Sleeping Beauty, then we shifted back. And then we talked about masturbation and blindness.
I like how with the Sleeping Beauty, I think we were only on that for like maybe a minute, but you still wrote that down like that was a very important topic.
I think it's funny that we went from Spider-Man naked to Sleeping Beauty and then to masturbation.
Oh no! When you put it like that, oh no! No!
There are some little ones here and there that I missed, but these are ones that I picked out.
Oh.
And then we talked about rebooting a show, and so we went with the Fresh Prince reboot. And then there were occasional shows that I forgot to write, and there were shows where I couldn't remember what you were talking about, so I spaced out a little.
Well, I know a few of them were like, hey, this show, nah,
Yeah.
already been rebooted. This show, nah, been rebooted, but it sucks, you know.
We
Jimmy Neutron, if you didn't have Jimmy Neutron on there.
Oh yeah, I need to put Jimmy Neutron in
You
here.
did talk about Jimmy Neutron. I love how you're writing it down when we're talking.
Well, we briefly talked about Corey in the house, because that was worth it.
We didn't spend that much time on it.
and that was still on the.
It's young Dr. Phil.
Yeah,
Not
but
Dr.
that's
Phil.
young
Uncle Phil.
Oh,
Anyway,
this is the longest recap of my life.
then we moved on to Johnny Bravo.
I love
We-
Johnny Bravo.
And then we talked about Courage the Cowardly Dog.
And how that gave birth to
Can't spell courage.
Nightmares.
God knows what else. No, that might be responsible for Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared.
Yeah.
I think so.
I could probably see it. Or at least gave birth to
It's an influence.
influence those people's minds when they were a young lad.
Let's not start another conversation.
Yes.
Well, that's all I wanted
Okay.
to talk about that.
We've already loaded up the wagon and we're ready to hit the Oregon Trail. Where we'll
What
die
is
of dysentery.
What? What?
I thought Derailed was like a train.
Why are we making this
It's a-
Western?
Why?
It's a caravan.
This isn't Red Dead. God, I'm done with you.
Okay, Dakota.
He's walking away.
I'm done.
All right.
Send us away.
He's out.
All right.
Done.
That was Derailed. If you hadn't gathered, thank you for listening. If you like what you hear, take the time to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll have further information in our bio. This is the Gents signing off.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye.